Yo, 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 Big Kish back up in here. We got a jam-packed X collage for y'all. You are not going to want to click off this video. This collage right here is dope. It's a mixture of everything that recently just happened in the hip-hop industry, in media, in the past hour. That's how recent this is. Y'all are not going to want to click off this video. Before we get into that, y'all make sure y'all please go cop a copy of Street Dad, Geek Dad, Avoiding the Manufactured Mindset, written by me, Big Kish. The link will be in the description, along with the Discord and some merch if you're interested. And I appreciate all y'all support. Y'all know I don't like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it. So, what's the first story? What's the first story we got for y'all? Like I said, it's jam-packed, y'all. Jam-packed. Look, DJ Academics react to the leak of Joe Budden's Patreon earnings, revealing Joe Budden's make $900,000 monthly. He questioned if the cast will start monitoring Budden's finances and explains how they should pitch a show to him on Patreon to secure a larger share of the profits. Check it out, y'all.
Now, apparently he posted the one on the left with a bunch of shit blurred out, and some way, somehow, they have a way to color correct it that you could see through the...
I thought everybody knew about taking the markings off. If somebody marks something out on a phone, like they don't want you to see a number, they don't want you to see something, in your photos, you could color correct it. You ain't got to download no app, none of that. In your photos, you could go to color correction and tweak like the highlights and stuff, and it'll remove most of that black. I thought everybody was hip to that.
The blurred out thing, and apparently this is what the blurred out thing looks like. Now, you can't really see it too well, but this says like $903,000 from membership earnings, and I think the total was like $930. I don't know what that's for. But, you know, apparently Joe's Patreon is making $900,000 a month. Now, to be very clear and to be very fair, I'm very happy for him if he's making that, right? And once I see 30 million views in a month, right, I could see why if everybody's paying, what does Joe charge? $20, right?
Check this out. I ain't pocket watching or nothing, but I remember 'cause I used to listen to Bandman Kevo. Bro, he was like one of the first people on OnlyFans, right? OnlyFans, like teaching game, not showing off his clothes, not taking off his clothes or nothing like that. But he had 50,000 followers, and they was paying $50 monthly. So add that up and tell me what you get.
If you're having 30 million people go on your Patreon site, and the average cost of each membership is $20, I could definitely see you making $900,000. Now, here's the problem. And, you know, I wouldn't have posted this, and I don't even really want to get too much into this because I actually like the guys now on the Joe Budden podcast. The moment this shit drops, all beef. Like,
that's the point we want to get to right there. Said the moment that all the other his employees find out what he's making is going to be beef. This puts me in the mind of, this is what I want to get at. This puts me in the mind of what happened with Math Hoffa. They found out Math Hoffa was getting $100,000 a month, and Math Hoffa was paying his employees pennies. Matter of fact, at first he wasn't even paying them. He was just buying them sneakers and clothes and stuff like that, right?
Like all beef. And put it like this. Let me tell you this. There's notable moments when niggas is never happy again. When Adam went on and said, yo, I'm making $1 million a month, it was never the same in no jumper. I'm telling you, the passive aggressiveness at the Joe Budden podcast is about to be 5,000. Like, it's going to go 5,000 levels. You know why? Respectfully, and I don't know what nobody makes, and I don't care. I like those guys. I'm not taking shots or nothing. But there's probably a nigga on there making $5,000 a month. And $5,000 a month, when you feel like you giving a lot of your life up, or you're you're bringing some of your personal drama on there to make it more fun and all that shit, and you realize Joe is getting 900. I always told y'all the thing. The moment Everyday Struggle was over, the moment Joe knew how much Spotify paid us. When we realized Spotify paid damn near almost like $1 million, I can't remember what the number was. Damn near $1 million, and me and Joe was only getting an extra bump of like 15,000 extra a month, right? And they paid $1 million, and me and Joe are getting 15,000, and literally they're only paying for me and Joe. The moment Joe seen that, Joe said, "Fuck them Friday episodes. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good." Like the Everyday Struggle was never the same after that.
So my question to y'all is, do y'all think Joe Budden podcast, is there going to be some tension between those guys? You know? And another question I have for y'all, if you were getting paid $1 million a month and you had 5 of your friends and employees, how much would you give them a piece? How much would you give them a piece?
That shit was a ticking time bomb. So I don't know why Joe posted this, because he has employees. Like, it's different with me. You know what I mean? I don't have other people that are on camera talent that are on my broadcast. So I could show you I make $30 million. Who's going to get mad? They're going to be like, well, Act just grinded it up by himself, right? Now, maybe if it was like I'm filming at a studio, or say I'm filming, like, you know, obviously we do our podcast from my other studio. Yeah, maybe a nigga who's like holding the camera could be like, bro, could you give me a little raise or whatever? But nobody's going to be like, bro, we deserve part of the money, right? Like, I'm over here motherfucking Tiger Woods and this shit. You heard me? But when you have like 10 niggas on the podcast, Mike.
But yeah, I remember a famous line by Biggie. I know they not family, but he said, money and blood don't mix like two with no, find yourself in serious shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that stuff really don't mix unless you're dealing with somebody that's super fair. It's hard to find somebody that's real, very, very fair and not that greedy when they see those digits. Next story, y'all. Wack100 isn't a fan of Adin Ross, telling his production team turn off the Kendrick Lamar song that was playing at his boxing event. Check it out.
Kendrick Lamar, come on, dude, start talking crazy. Turn that shit off. Turn that shit off. Like, come on, dude. Like, you don't even want to get off into that realm.
Where y'all was?
That Adin Ross.
Oh, yeah.
So you was at
the straight to the police.
You was at the fight way?
Yeah, I'm go to some shit like that for, bro. What that shit? Come on, bro.
That's a real fight.
Some shit I just don't do.
No, it's not like you said that you. It's not like you said that something happened.
If y'all didn't see it, Charleston White just beat up one of the Island boys in the ring, y'all. I don't think you could play stuff like that on YouTube. That's why I didn't react to it.
Like you was there or something.
No, you can watch this shit. This shit was on Kick.
Oh, all right. I didn't even see this. I just seen just the little clip that I put at the top.
This shit was on Kick. This nigga, the Kendrick Lamar song come on, he go crazy. Turn that shit off.
Who said
that? The Adin Ross nigga, like, come on, bro.
Oh, Adin Ross? Oh, man, get the...
Whoever this, like, come on, bro. Like,
if I ain't tripping, Wack, I think somebody slapped the shit out of him in his house.
I wouldn't doubt it.
That was somebody else, I think. I don't think it was Adin. Oh, yeah, it was, matter of fact.
I think it might have been one of them.
So Adin Ross is inserting himself in the Drake versus Kendrick Lamar beef. With we been knew he was siding with Drake because he did this before. He was in a club or a bar of some sort, and one of his friends was, you know, playing Kendrick Lamar, and he was like, "Yeah, turn that off." But yeah, Adin Ross, I wouldn't involve myself in that. You have too much you have too much notoriety to be, you know, involving. You could easily get packed out somewhere. You think you about to do an event or something, somebody pack you out just for something you didn't say before. I wouldn't do it. But yeah, next story, y'all. We got, look, Drake raised these Memphis YNs. I wouldn't say that, Lifestyle. I wouldn't say that. But I would say this. Y'all remember what Charleston White was like? Yeah, when he went to Memphis when he was little, he was that cousin that couldn't play with the rest of the cousins. Charleston White said Drake was the cousins that couldn't play with the rest of the cousins. Well, and little Pookie and Ray Ray and them, and they'll punch him in the face, and then he'll go crying. Well, these are the cousins right here, y'all. Memphis rapper K Boogie explains how Drake is his cousin. So these was the ones that Drake couldn't play around. He couldn't play around. He couldn't play football with them. He couldn't get scraped up and all of that because he had to go back to Canada. Check it out.
The Drake father.
For real?
But look, this family though. This family though, but they really made him.
Go into details about this. So you say talking about the big nigga, the rapper,
Man,
the big rapper Drake?
Oh yeah. I don't see how you ain't seen this on my shit.
For real?
Yeah, like dead ass. Like this how right here for like my auntie, they brothers and sisters type shit.
My grandma Drake, you feel me? They Drake dad and they sister and brother.
Yeah, they sister and brother type shit.
For real?
Grandma, sister and brother.
So you done actually met him, like you know this nigga personally type shit.
What? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't see how.
He looking like, what, man? We used to drag his ass. We used to beat his ass. No, look, this on Instagram. It said, "Cuz going in." That's Drake. Champagne Pissy. Is that Instagram? Yeah, I think that's Instagram. It says, "Cuz going in," and the guy, what's his K Boogie says, "Love family." So yeah, those the cousins that Drake used to get beat up by right there. Next story, just in, y'all, 2 hours ago, prosecutors drop napping, arson, and certain ex-trafficking charges against Diddy, TMZ reports. Prosecutors drop napping, there it go. So I don't know. Is Diddy coming home? Y'all let me know what y'all think about it. Next story. Woman is going viral for her mugshot on social media. What y'all think? Is she pretty? You know what I'm saying? She got pretty eyes. You know, she got the little baby hair. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Fellas, are y'all trying to holler? She got a mugshot. Y'all go write the sister. You know what I'm saying? Go send her some commissary or something like that. A Florida woman mugshot is going viral after she was arrested and charged with grand theft. Y'all let me know. Hey, fellas, y'all let me know if y'all rocking with her. Is that something y'all could wake up to in the morning? Y'all let me know. Next story, y'all. Malice of the Clip spoke on his decision to stop rapping and the morality between hip hop and his religious beliefs. I had become, if you ask me, quite friendly with the world. I had to be able to live with myself. It wasn't lining up with who I truly was. Now, this is somebody who stands on business with his morals, his respect for himself. He said, hell with this industry, man. Hell, I see what's going on. We getting cheated. I ain't about to deal with this for no clout and no couple dollars that I gotta share with somebody. Check it out, y'all.
Malice, you know, I think people who have paid close attention, they know you spent some time following religion, and your father is a deacon in the church. You guys grew up around the church, mm-hmm. like you, and you spent some of that time off when you're not rapping, pursuing your spirituality. Is that fair to say?
Yes, it is.
And how much of the decision to step away from hip hop then was like a moral one to you? Were those things connected? Did you feel like you were putting bad energy into the world? You know, did you feel like there was something unholy about what you were doing as the Clips?
For me, myself, mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Like I had become, if you ask me, quite friendly with the world, you know.
Mm-hmm. Too friendly.
Absolutely, yeah. Quite friendly with the world. And I can also say that my thing was always to go out, do what we had to do, and then come back home. Mm-hmm. You know. Mm-hmm. Then it got to a point where on the day scheduled off, it was always something coming up, mm-hmm. a new check. And then you got your boys with you. You got mm-hmm. your road.
You hear that? The days you schedule off, he ready to relax. I always said it. If these rappers got these billions of dollars, why don't they just want to relax? Like, go venture off into something else. Because in the hip-hop industry, you're going to always have to go on interviews. You're going to always have to do shows. You're going to always have to be out. So you don't want to relax. The human body, the brain, the mind. Chill. Take a chill pill. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about right here. You know what I'm saying?
Managers and everybody's trying to make money, so you take them into consideration as well. I had to be able to live with myself at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, and look at myself in the mirror. So it wasn't lining up with who I truly was.
That's powerful. He chose his peace over satisfying everybody. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I can't do this. And they was getting cheated, And remember, there was always this misconception that they were twins. They're not twins. No Malice is 53 years old. So when you reach a certain age, you like, man, I don't feel like doing this, man. But now he's at peace with himself. He done gathered up all his thoughts. He got it, got his piece together. Now he can rock out comfortably. You know what I'm saying? Malice 53 and Pusha T is 48. They mentioned in the interview when you go see the whole thing. But yeah, next story, y'all. We got Silent Toe. I don't know why they put Silent 6, but his name is Silent Toe, the rapper. Watch me whip, watch me nay nay. He's doing 30 years in prison, y'all. Doing his mugshot just released as he begins his 30-year sentence. This is a big difference. I don't know what he was doing out in the world, but this is what the world do to you, y'all. This is what the world do to you. That's why it's best to just be peaceful as possible. You know what I'm saying? Don't walk around starting trouble. Don't stop trying to be in the mix all the time. Stop trying to experiment with this and this and that, because the world would take toll on you. You know what I'm saying? And look, the devil, he's right there. He's waiting. He's waiting for you. He's going to give you all the treats you want. He's going to give you all the treats you want. Next story, y'all. I thought this was dope. Family, in Paris, I think some music playing, so I ain't going. Oh, ain't nothing playing. But yeah, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. But yeah, next story. What we got? We got Los Angeles native hip hop legend and West Coast pioneer DJ Warren. You know they call him DJ Warren G. I thought it was just Warren G. On Kendrick Lamar GNX album. Check it out.
Last question. Thoughts on the new Kendrick?
Off the chain.
Right?
Yeah, it's off the chain. I like how he do his thing, because he remind me of myself as far as being different. The song where he had a Spanish lady on the record.
That's my joint.
And then like how he went
That's my joint.
from that, and then he went over to Luther Vandross. I was like, God damn, he got somebody that really know what they doing, and just in itself,
Right.
with him.
For sure.
And it just reminds me of how I am, just being different and being outside the box, not doing what everybody else is doing.
Yep.
And he's showing
Yep.
these younger artists, like, get y'all shit together, what everybody else is doing. And he's showing these younger artists, like, get y'all shit together.
Right.
Quit doing the same shit. Everybody doing
yep,
the same
yep.
motherfucking style.
Right.
Be different, like he is, and that's what I love about him. But he's a great artist. I'm riding with him, and hey, it is what it is. Hey, and he checking these motherfuckers straight up.
And you got a favorite song on GNX?
The whole thing is bumping it, and the thing is that it reminds me of how our get down was, from start to end.
Yeah.
That's what we wanted to do, and he's doing that.
So she looking at her questions on the phone. I was about to say, what she texting in front of the OG like that for, man? But she looking at her question.
Because my theory is, and I'm very optimistic about this, that if you try and produce every record that you do to make it to where you want that to be a single, that's gonna make you a classic album. So that's why certain artists can still keep moving and moving and moving, because that's the mentality. That's the formula I came up with.
You just put us on some game, okay?
Definitely.
Make every song a single.
Yes,
Single
indeed.
worth.
Yeah. I mean, don't just do a record
Right.
and then make it a movie.
Right.
Like, you got to really tell your story to where everybody can relate to what you're talking about.
That's fire, man. Getting this props from the OG, you know what I'm saying? Warren G. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? It's good how the older generation, the people who started this hip hop stuff, not saying Warren G started hip hop, but he was one of the beginners. that they could, come back and give the flowers to the younger generation. That's fire. Next story. There's a lot going on with this no jumper situation, and 607 Unk, that's his name. 607 Unk. He getting pressed by 4 Extra, and we about to check it out, y'all.
Watch what you say up on here, cause these think you can't be caught. You could be caught. You could be found. You could, nigga, on the set. What's the name? I'ma get up on you, just like I just got up on you. And the first
back here, he done came to No Jumper, and with some guys, he's supposed to be a new employee on No Jumper. Came up there with some guys and I just said some things about 4 Extra. 4 Extra came up there, what he said about 40, 50 dudes, man. 50 dudes. So I said, man, y'all playing with them LA streets, man. Them dudes they still hang together. They still hang. They still could get. They still could roll deep. You know what I'm saying?
first thing I wanna tell you, you gonna die right here. I smoke your ass and niggas, you gonna die at No Jumpers, niggas. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna flatline you right here and go to jail and laugh at your ass while you on a projector dead. And I'm gonna be doing burpees in jail, laughing at your ass while these bitches picking up my collect calls. And that's gonna be the end of that. You know why?
Oh, we've been there
because it's rolling 40s.
He said he gonna be doing burpees in jail. Now he done got and see ever since I known about him, he done got locked up about 3-4 times. Now this is somebody who don't mind getting locked up. I'm gonna go locked up, and I'm gonna go get locked up, and I'm gonna do my burpees. That's somebody who don't care. That don't care, But yeah, let's see what 607.
Yo, if you know me, I'm for peace. I ain't for all this old bullshit. But yesterday, we had something going on live, me and Munchie, right? And I said, hoover, whoop, 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 remover, right? But we was talking about something else, and I was telling them how it was in the past, and they kind of got like switched, right? And then they put out a whole bunch of fucking clips acting like that's what the fuck I said, right?
I seen that clip. So he went out there on No Jumper, and he said some disrespectful lingo that you don't say against the Bloods. Because 607 Unk said he used to be a Crip or something like that, but you don't go out there and play with them guys like that, man. If you in another state and y'all do something, keep it over there unless you're real connected with these guys. But it's certain stuff you can't say around. I don't know. Just stop it. But hey, look, here we go. Check it out.
So I just got off the phone with 607 Unk, and he no longer wants to be part of No Jumper. This is like the most unpredictable dude I've ever met in my life, because I thought that he was just like down for all the bullshit. But I guess when 4 Extra...
You hear that? I thought he was down to get his ass whooped. That's what he's saying. I thought he was down to get his ass whooped. I thought he was going to stand on business. Adam 22, he wants people to go at it. He wants people to go at it for his pockets. You know what I'm saying? I ain't playing the rest of what he got to say. I don't want to hear what he got to say. And this is what I was talking about right here. Next story, y'all. Not Jeezy colonizing country music and hanging out with Morgan Wallen, who said the N-word, or does that only apply to Drake? That's what I'm questioning as well. I want to know why Jeezy didn't get at it. They said Dirk was with him too. Why wasn't no outrage with them, but is outrage with Drake? Is it because Drake is bigger? Is it because, he's in the news more? But yeah, that's disrespectful to all of us. For them to sit up there and be hanging with this guy, knowing that he be saying the N-word, Check it out. Yeah, I'm about to hear all that noise. But yeah, you would never see Jeezy, wipe his mouth off with his shirt in the back of his hand like that. He's really on his country stuff right now. Yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Why is Drake getting the flack for hanging around the Morgan Wallen? I can't get that dude name right for nothing. The Morgan Wallen dude, but Jeezy and them not getting no flack. I think Jeezy and them should get more flack for hanging around with him, knowing he said the N-word. I think they should get more flack than Drake, because Drake is like he he's down with those people. You know what I'm saying? He with them. But as for Jeezy and Dirk and them, nah, Jeezy and Dirk ain't got no business hanging around with them. Check this out, y'all. Mexican OT, I guess this is a rapper. I seen one of his videos or something like that. You know, rap prove Mexicans don't respect black people. Check it out.
What Mexican OT did was prove there's no respect factor between blacks and Mexicans. Mexicans don't respect black people. From the fact that he said the word to the fact he said what you gonna do about it. Now, I want a black person, especially you blacks from Houston, who keep saying this is how we grow up. But you notice, you don't call them names, they call you names. They're mocking you right in your face. I want you to go on a Mexican podcast and say Ix and put the S in front of it. Wet lax and put the B in front of the lax. Beaners and put the B in front of the ener and see what they do to you. And definitely tell them, I'm going to say it and what you're going to do about it and watch what happens to you. The fact that all over this country, there was neighborhoods once occupied by black people, but Hispanics have ran you out of it, shows they don't respect you. But yet you're laughing, playing like, oh, it was how we grew up. They respect us. We friends. Yeah, y'all not friends. They're trying to get rid of y'all. Y'all just dumb.
Yeah, man, this is why I always say most blacks are the chosen people, because in the Bible it says that these people, you know, they don't have no awareness. You know what I'm saying? It says my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. We're so welcoming. We're so, like, I remember there was a Mexican podcast and they were like, yeah, Kendrick Lamar didn't have enough Latinos on stage. So I'm thinking to myself, like, which Mexican, like, the biggest Mexican artist put black people on stage or show black people so much love? We know Kendrick Lamar, he be, you know, dressing up like Mexicans, then waving a flag and representing them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm thinking to myself, even with the sister that he put on the album, you know, who was singing, you know, I'm thinking to myself, which Mexican artist is putting black people on like that, you know? But yeah, it's like, we always the one. We always do. We don't love on each other. We rather love everybody else, but we hate each other. We hate each other. We choose to not love one another. And this is what the Bible is telling us. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. When it say love your neighbor as you love yourself, it's talking about the people of your own kind. It ain't talking about go love everybody else and hate each other. That's not what it's talking about. When it's talking about your brother, it's talking about your people. And this is why, you know, we at the bottom the way we are. The only way we'll be able to rise is if we love on each other. We ain't getting nowhere loving everybody else, because everybody else, they're going to love the people of their nation. They're going to know how to link together and go against you, go against us. They know that. You know what I'm saying? And this is why everybody else is in the league right now, you know? But y'all let me know what y'all think about the Mexican OT. Yeah, this is the rest of that.
In a part of space, cuz I don't give a fuck about none of that.
I'll talk about space.
I stand on cuz I believe it and I love my soil. And I believe it and I'll take it on 40 because I'm a real firm believer into my set and I love my hood. So look, hold on. And when you bring my name up, I don't give a fuck. You don't know me. You bringing my name up, nigga, so I'm coming to destroy your ass.
I love
and as soon as
you.
they told me, oh, you got an interview with him. You know what I did? I said, oh, that's good. Yeah. Set it up. What time?
No.
I said, what time? As soon as I got here. Take your ass to the
No, I love you. Bro, Nestor, I love you. I love you.
Niggas,
I love you.
Hey, look,
I love you, bro.
On,
That's real shit.
Now, hold on.
That's real street shit.
Listen, cuz, this is what I'm telling you, cuz. And since I talked to you, come on, nigga, I'm not about to rush you. Just kick back.
I don't know that.
But look, cuz,
how I know that?
Look,
how I know you ain't finna rush me? How the fuck I know I'm making out of here? That's what I'm saying. How do I know?
Yeah, he said he got like 50 people out there. You know what I'm saying? This is a prime example of what I was talking about. I don't see us spazzing out on nobody else for the wrongdoing that they do to us, right? But we, in a second, we'll spaz out on our own people. You know why? Because we know, like, all them steppers and all them demons out there with the extendos, with the switch, they only do that to each other. because you're more likely to get away with it. You're gonna get away with it. This is why little Pookie and Ray got all these bodies. They got all these bodies because they're gonna get away with it, you know. And this is what other people want. Unfortunately, hey, this is how it works, you know. Every nation is in a race to get to the top, you know, superior than everybody else. But yeah, check it out. Next story, y'all. Rising TDE rapper Rayvon signs with RCA Records. The MC who performed at Kendrick Lamar's The Pop Out concert last year has a new major label home by Andre G. I don't have the whole article, but you know, Rayvon got a new venture going on, you know. Thought Crimes just posted, damn, just woke up. Why y'all canceling AZ Chike? So I clicked on, I seen some of the comments. I guess they trying to come at AZ Chike for leaking the Kendrick Lamar verse on the Chains and Whips Pusha T, the Clips song Chains and Whips, because that was his phone recording. But it wasn't just his phone. It was another phone and it was another camera over there. So I wouldn't blame this on AZ Chike. You know, they saying, yeah, he's in trouble now for leaking the footage of Pusha T, No Malice, and Pharrell performing at that listening party they was at. Yeah, next story, y'all. We got the company man. Sister says, hey, shout out to the company man for agreeing with my tweet. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Let's see what they talking about. I forgot.
We got one from Nikisha. Kendrick set the bar so high now. Like, if you can rap, okay, that's cool. But at this point, you show the F out for real to get the respect as a rapper MC. No more lazy raps. And I agree with that. And I think, you know, we've been talking quite a bit about a shift that has been taking place.
That's the point right there. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar for setting the bar so high. No more lazy raps. Again, Young Thug was in the interview saying we've been getting away with saying nothing on the track for so long, you know. I remember with the rapper Mims, he was like, I could sell a mill saying nothing on the track. And that was real controversial back then. That is the lyrics and what you say could raise the people. It's the word. In the beginning, there was the word. The word stems from vibrations and frequencies, which on a molecular level, on a small level, can raise your spirits. You know, when you hold something in your mind, you know you angry about something, right? What typically happens, or what people normally tell you? Go talk to somebody. Go talk to somebody. And after you talk to somebody, what happens? You don't feel so bad anymore. You don't feel so bad because their vibrations, their words lifted you up. So now let's bring this on a larger scale. In the music, you know, Kendrick Lamar said, I deserve it all. Keep repeating these, you know, keep repeating it. I deserve it. Or these affirmations, I deserve it all. So imagine all this positivity in the music. Remember, Public Enemy had Fight the Power, you know, all them uplifting songs to get our people. Even though we was broke, we was poor back then, but we had those songs that lift us up. It lift us up, and we was high spirited. And this what they don't want. This is why they sign the artists that don't know how to read. This is why they sign the artists that don't know how to put together no punchlines, put together no words that can lift the people up. This is why they sign those type of artists. They don't want a specific people raising up, because when these people raise up, all hell break loose. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what the rest is.
And, you know, the way people are talking online for a lot of fans are very upset. They feel like Kendrick's ruined hip hop. Ruined hip hop, you know, and I believe that's probably a certain type of fan, a fan of artists who aren't necessarily this layered or this deep or this lyrical or this whatever.
It says some people feel as though Kendrick ruined hip hop. That's because they've been asleep, y'all. Or some people just getting into it. It's like they came in sleep. They was already sleep. They never got no enlightenment. They never got no awakening. So they feel like, oh, you just woke me up. I don't want to be. I want to be sleep. I want to be sleep. Put that such and such on where he mumbling on the track with that dope beat, with all that background noise. Put that on so I could go back to sleep. With Kendrick, you got to think. You got to think. And then everybody's, talking about it.
This competitive in how they approach each track, perhaps that's what it is. But there's a lot of things that just don't seem to be hitting the same way. Seem to be hitting the same way. Young Thug, he's searching right now. For him to have an album dropping right now, or coming soon, You Watch Scuddy. First project since he's been back outside.
Shout out to I Used to Be Pay. He did an amazing job with a Young Thug video. And it's about how, he lost traction. You can't get away with that mumbling stuff no more.
Money over money, I think it's called, with him and Future. It was on the charts for 2 weeks. We covered that in the chart report. Just fizzled away. I don't see the energy around Thug. I just don't. For example, I heard a song today I love. I love the song with JID, Jid, and Offset. That new joint is tough. But there's a lot of things that just don't seem to be hitting the same way. And so we'll have to see what happens as more releases come out in the near future. But this is a point in time where not a lot of really great rap is standing out. And things that really performed well aren't performing the same. I mean, even look at Drake's Tu Maza. Is that song came and went as like a blip, almost like it was a leaked track. They made a whole video for that. I'm not seeing that anywhere. Let me know if you guys are listening to Maza, because I'm not seeing it. And so perhaps that's what it is. Perhaps this is now a new lyricist era. And maybe now it's time to really come with some raps, have some things to say. We're at war right now. And now is not the time to not be taking things seriously. We'll see, but I agree with this tweet. 1 second applause.
Fire. Yeah, that's dope that the company, man, he's, able to shout out people. He ain't up on his high horse. I remember he shouted me out. I was like, oh, snap, the company, man. You know what I'm saying? Curtis King and them is like looking at them for so many years. It's like, wow, that's amazing. You know what I mean? It make me want to be humble, But yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Next story, y'all. We got Pusha T responding to critics of his subject matter and the ethics of dealing. 2022. You can't deny the destruction that is caused by drugs. I don't think you can say that on YouTube, but I like to think about it, about the major families throughout history. All of it started from illegal businesses. I feel like people of a color were the only ones who never got to treat that like our gold rush. He's talking about how I'm gonna just let it play. Check it out, y'all.
But what do you say to the critics of people like yourself or friends you grew up with that made a choice to monetize these addictive substances that were coming into the community?
You can't deny the destruction that it's caused. But I would ask those people to look deeper into how it even got there. You never know anyone's circumstances and why people jumped off the porch.
Right.
When Nino Brown say, ain't no poppy fields in Harlem.
Some is out of greed. Some is out of the necessity. I like to think about all of the major families that have become these wealthy families. I feel like all of their businesses started
throughout history. Prohibition, whether it's alcohol, coke.
Yeah,
was the Sackler family and the opioid crisis?
Yeah, for sure. All of it started from illegal business. I feel like people of color are the only ones that we never got to make that or treat that like our gold rush, like everyone else did.
Black and brown get the stigma of it,
right?
Versus you're looking around at the Rockefellers and these other people who made mad Kennedy family made mad money on.
So he's saying all these families that made money off of the slavery, legal substances, the tobacco fields, the land that they stolen, and their children are still reaping the benefits off of it. But when we have a way to make money off of remember, they put it in our community to destroy us, but it didn't destroy us. God said you ain't able to. If you able to destroy his people, he'll let you have the world. But you're not able to destroy God's people. You know what I'm saying? But that was their thing. Let's put this in their community, and it's going to destroy them. It didn't. A lot of people made money off of it. A lot of people created businesses off of it. And that's what Pusha T is saying. Like, okay, it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I even talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because really, they still talking about how their people profited off of, blacks. They look at the buildings all over. Every downtown you go to, we don't own none of them buildings. We don't own none of that stuff. None of it. And how that stuff, how America was built. You got to do your research. You know what I'm saying? Next story. The Hip Hop Avengers have assembled for a video. Check this out.
The Hip Hop Avengers have been assembled. We're talking about Clips, Pusha T, and Malice. We're talking about Pharrell, Kendrick Lamar, Jeezy, and Nas. Since when have we seen a track list this heavy studded, bro? This ain't just stars or superstars. These are guys who are candidates to be the greatest of all time. Hopping on an album fully produced by Pharrell. What is going on here? Even with Jay-Z popping out at Beyonce's show for the tour, the shift is here, bruh. I don't know, if you holding on to that old shit, let it go. The shift is here. The closer we get, the more it feels like this album is gonna be another flag in the ground. Another way to say that this is where we are, this is where they are. All the people that believe in the art form are on one side. The people that believe in the pure commodification of the art form are on the other side. And this album is about to set it off. We go into deeper detail on what this actually means on my YouTube. Click the link in my bio to check it out.
Yeah, y'all tapping with Jalopy, man. He stay cooking. Same thing the company man was talking about. There is a shift that happened with that battle. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's beautiful. I think we're gonna start getting some, some inspiration from what's going on and, new up and coming artists. Look at damn, I just reacted to it. I forgot his name. The one who had the chain, the thing around his neck with the microphone. Vic Mensa. That song I reacted to, fire, dope. Talking about history and all that. That's what we need, man. That's what we need. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about the collage, man. I told you it was gonna be a jam-packed joint. Told you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Big Kish signing out. Going, y'all.